Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah, and today in this video I'm going to be doing a reading for the Cancer personality in April 2024. So what's coming up, themes, guidance, how to navigate these energies and what the energies are kind of speaking about. So I'm going to jump right in. I'm actually going to do it slightly differently to how I've done the other videos, just because I felt called to, honestly. And I'm going to just straight away start with the theme that I'm really seeing overall with it. So one theme that I'm really seeing here, we've got two cards together that speak of very much the same thing, even though they look very different and they are kind of different, but they're sort of saying similar things here. So first of all, we've got the Art card, which in traditional tarot is known as the Temperance card. And we've got the Six of Wands, Victory. So what they both speak of, while they do have their own meanings, is success after strife. So some kind of, there's some kind of hope here that I'm really getting. Like, that's the first thing that really jumped out at me, is that April or maybe even March might have brought some difficulty and challenges, but there is success coming afterwards. I mean, like, if you look at this card, it's very like, it's fiery, it's Jupiter in Leo. So Jupiter is the planet of like abundance and plenty, lots of, meaning, you know, abundance means lots of, and Leo is a fire sign. So yeah, like there's some kind of celebration here, I think, like, yeah, victory. So that feels really positive. And specifically the question I asked for this card was like, what is the big breakthrough? So even though there's a few challenges here, this is the first thing I think that's important for you to know, that there is like success after strife. And especially with this card here as well, this is very much speaking of that kind of thing as well, success after labour. So there's something that you've had to work towards. So I'm not entirely sure if you've already done the hard work. I feel like maybe some of it you have, and this might be coming a little bit later in April, because we've also got, in terms of the main themes coming up in April, we've got two eights here. So first of all, we've got Eight of Discs, Prudence, and we've got Eight of Cups, Indolence. Now, the one that's really jumping out, they both are, but I'm going to start with this one. So this one, again, in traditional tarot, is a picture of a man like chipping away at a project. Like he's chipping away at some kind of like goldsmith. I don't know I don't know exactly what it is, but it's some kind of like the energy of the card is very much like chipping away and doing the things. And like Prudence speaks to this as well, of like tending to your garden. The shadow of this can be that you might be paying attention to too much detail and not looking at the bigger picture. So there could be something here of like, you know, like the expression like I'm really bad at expressions, but it's like something about not taking care of the pennies, like taking care of the pounds kind of thing. Like you might be fixated on the pennies, something like that. And which is no surprise because it's Sun in Virgo. So Virgo is very good at the details, but sometimes you need to zoom out and like not be so fixated on the details, because we've got also this Eight of Cups here. I think it could be kind of draining you a little bit. So there's something about like just not getting too sucked into the details and like zooming out and looking at the bigger picture here, because it might feel a little bit disheartening of like, you know, just sort of like, oh, this is hard and yeah, I'm really getting this just like energy. Because eights are near the end, 10 being sort of the end, but not quite there, and that can be quite a challenging part of the journey. And with it being in like discs, so I've got like a disc card here that could be something that's like in the practical world of like working away in something and toiling away. Feels very like toily. But the good news is that we do have, yeah, victory after labour. So there's something here about really sort of enjoying the fruits of your labour, but try to remember why you're doing all of this in the first place, so that it doesn't feel quite so laborious, I think, is kind of like what I'm feeling from this. Like, this is, you started this for a reason. Like, I think to remind yourself of that so that you don't get sucked into the kind of like dreariness of things. It's kind of what I'm getting from this. And then another question that I asked the cards was something to look forward to. So here we've got 4 of Cups, luxury. And I really like this card. I think it's really lovely. We've got Moon in Cancer, so the moon there, and the Cancer glyph there, if you can see it. And this is where the moon is comfortable. The moon likes to be in Cancer. It's like in its home, it's in its domicile, it's called. So there's something here about there's some comfort coming your way as well, like having things be more comfortable, luxurious, like maybe creating more luxury in your own life. And that could be a way to help navigate some of these sort of potentially more tricky energies. And that, yeah, that can be a really nice thing to sort of like lighten the burden a little bit, I think. And then the last question I asked for the Cancer personality was, what is the guidance for Cancer through April? And we've got here Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands has been showing up so much recently. So I always think that Queen of Wands is about, like, in this context, it feels like knowing what you want and like staying clear on what you want. Yeah, which makes sense. Like, so we've got getting caught up in the detail and the minutiae and it feeling a bit heavy. But then it's like Queen of Wands is saying, like, remember why you're doing all of this. Like, take action, be courageous, yes. But it doesn't quite feel like that with this reading. It's more like there is a reason why you started all of this in the first place. And it's about staying the course, I think. Not giving up, because with this here, indolence can sometimes speak of like wanting to abandon things, like things getting a bit much and just being like, I can't be bothered with this anymore, walking away. Again, like in traditional tarot, you see a man like walking away from these cups, and he's like not, he's just like maybe a bit fed up or maybe a bit sorrowful. But I think it's like, don't do that. Stay the course. But to help make it easier, remember like what the bigger picture, like be the Queen of Wands, like remember what you want, like, and get in touch with that fire energy within you to sort of like, to access that of like, yeah, this is why I'm doing this. This is why it's all really worth doing. We've also got at the bottom of the deck, 4 of Discs, power. So this is Sun in Capricorn card. So again, this very much speaks to me of like staying in it for the long haul. Like Capricorn is about the long haul. It's about sort of staying the course and like taking action and being like studious. Is that the word? I don't know. It's the word that's coming to my mind anyway. Like studious. Maybe that resonates with someone listening to this. I don't know. And yeah, like just sort of actually stepping into your own power again, like Queen of Wands, power. Like, she is a very powerful character. She knows what she wants. She's got this big wand and she's like shamelessly at wanting what she wants, and it's about stepping into your own power in this way and like maybe embodying the energy of the Queen of Wands, someone who knows what they want. There is also here a little bit of what I'm kind of overall sensing is there's a sense of like, if you don't stick it out, things could get a bit challenging. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. Like, remember that you can absolutely get what you want here. The fire is like saying like, you can have what you want. And I think that's so important to remember that in April. Like, dream and like imagine what you want and remember why you did all of this. And I know I'm repeating myself, but it feels like it's coming through really, really strongly. And it will get a bit lighter for you, I think. So with that in mind, I am going to pull some more cards to see what some general guidance is coming through. I'm going to use the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, and to see what guidance wants to come through. Some more messages for the Cancer personality. In 2024, April 2024. Yeah, okay. So, interesting. We've got the first card here, Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? And I feel like that really corresponds to this card. We've got Moon in Cancer. Cancer is the mother. Cancer rules the 4th house in astrology, which is the home. It's the mother. And with the moon being there, like the moon is also like the mother, right? The sun is the father, the moon is the mother. So there's a real mothering energy. So there's something here about needing to really like take care of yourself, looking after yourself, and like nurturing energy towards yourself through this. That's also something that could be really helpful. Like, yes, there's a sort of like knowing what you want energy, but there's also like, how can you like, yeah, nurture yourself and like soothe yourself when challenges arise, like knowing what kind of things make you feel better again and comfort you. And like, you know, I'm really like picturing just like being like, you know, in a blanket. Like Cancer loves like, you know, this your sign, right? Like Cancer's very likes to be like in blankets and cozy and like protected, and I think like that's really very much like, yeah, you can totally do that this month. Like that's going to be really helpful for you. And then we've also got this is interesting because yeah, okay, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So yeah, there was something here that I mentioned that came through that wasn't specifically in the cards actually, about dreaming, about imagining a better future, about imagining what could be, and like you bringing that into fruition. I don't see it happening like as in you're in the beginning, early stages of this. I don't think it's like fully happened yet with this particular part of the guidance. I think there's something here about like allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to imagine what could be for you. Like maybe it's felt like, oh, that's not possible for me, or I can't have that, or this kind of energy, but actually like you totally can. Like again, the guidance here around the Queen of Wands is like she knows what she wants and she can have it. And then at the bottom of the deck for this one, we've got Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So again, to me, really corresponds with this, like warrior energy, but it's feminine as well. There's like, it's not that masculine. I'm not getting a sort of super like father energy. It's more like female power. There could be something for some of you around something in work relating to your feminine power, like coming into your feminine power at work, stepping into a role where you're embodying more of that feminine power. Like there's something there for somebody, I think, watching this. And yeah, trusting, like whenever I see this card, I always think it's about like trusting like what it is that you actually want. Have you answered your deepest calling is like your soul knows what it wants, and it's about listening and tuning into that and like trusting that it has your best interests at heart. Because yeah, like the big breakthrough here is victory. Like you can absolutely have it. It feels like there's nothing really in the way except maybe a bit of a mindset that you can't have it, and like getting too caught up in the minutiae, too caught up in the day-to-day, too caught up in sort of like feeling weighed down. Yeah, there's something about feeling weighed down, like needing to release that. As I looked at the clock, it said 4:44. So yeah, there's something there about like releasing this heavy burden, and trusting that what you want wants you as well. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. But yeah, you've got birthing new creations. Like, look at her, like she's just like, again, like it feels so feminine. Like she's just like got her arms up in the air and she's just like surrounded by this white light, and it's like she knows she can have what she wants, and she's just like allowing herself to just dream and be in that kind of space of like possibility. Yeah, remembering the bigger picture. Remember the big picture. Like I feel like that is the overarching message, and to soothe yourself and know how to soothe yourself through this. Interesting. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you like this video, a like, comment, subscribe, anything like that really, really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope this has been interesting. I hope it's been informative. And thank you so much for being here. I'll speak to you all later. Bye.